this was in the closet.
All of this.
Just hide.
At one point was in a
just
closet.
hiding. They didn't even know what was in there.
It might have been a decorated and designed closet. That was in the closet.
I think people put so much emphasis on coming out. Like it's this big, grand parade or something. Like, you know, I'm queer. I'm here. I'm gay.
Get used to it.
Okay. You know? But it's really not that. Really, most of the time, most people's coming out is strictly just telling those people that they trust and that they care a lot about, and they really want to tell them a part of them. And for me, the first person I told was actually my sister. I told her that I was gay. You know my little sister, she don't care. She don't care. I'm her big brother. You know, she was lucky to have a big brother that would play with dolls with her and you know, dress up in their mama's clothes and play dress up, you know. So she didn't care about that. My mom probably had that's probably why I can wear the pumps now, get a taste, because I was wearing my mama heels when I was a little boy.
I still can't wear shit like that.
You was wearing tennis shoes and shit.
I sure was.
But then, my hardest thing was telling my mother. Because, like I said, you know, growing up in the church, she raised me in the church and stuff like that. I didn't know what she was going to say. I figured she was going to say, you know, you're still my son and I love you. But the biggest thing, like I tell anybody, when you want to come, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Okay? It's up to you to decide if you want to tell someone you're gay or come out to your family or whoever it may be. But what I would say is that when you decide that you want to tell people that you love that I'm gay, you have to make up in your mind that if they decide to disown me altogether, I'm still fine with that. Mm-hmm. Because at any point, those same people that you love so much can say, I don't want to deal with you. It's wrong. God's against it. You're going to hell. But you have to say, no matter what they say, I'm fine with that. If you can't live with that, I would say, child, keep your ass in there. But if you're cool with that, then come out. My coming out was very easy. I was about 19. My mom, her snooping ass, found a picture of me in drag, dolled all up. Yeah, I was dolled up. I tried to play in the paint a little bit, which I realized quickly. I look better as a boy than I do as a girl. She found it, and she knew instantly that was me. She called me on the phone. She said, at this time I was in the military. So she called me on the phone. I was visiting home. She called me on the phone and she said, I was looking through your bags and stuff because I was going to put all your clothes and stuff up for you. And I saw this picture of this girl. But she looked just like you.
Do you have a daughter that I don't know about that's your age?
No, right? And, you know, it's like, how do you deny that? You know your mama. If don't nobody else recognize you, your mama is going to recognize you. I could be covered from head to toe, and I could just walk in the room, and my mom would know that's me. You know? She had you, she know that's you. And most of the time, the truth is that when you're trying to come out, they already know. They're just waiting for you to say it, if you decide to say it, you know? And you don't, no pressure to say it either. But if you decide to say it, say it. But, so I told her that, and I was in Memphis at the time, and where my mom lived was like an hour from Memphis. So I was like, Mama, okay, I'll talk to you. And she was like, well, I talked to your sister, and she told me that you told her that you were gay. And I was like, oh,
your
shit.
sister ratted you out.
Okay. But this is what she said. She told me because I told her I was going to whoop her. She didn't tell me. So it's not like, to me, you already knew the answer. Why'd you even ask her?
That's how it be.
So that's how we had our whole discussion. And, you know, I love my mother a lot. You know, she sacrificed me a lot of things, you know, for us. So she ended up saying, basically, in a nutshell, you're still my son. I love you just the same, you know. And so, but everybody's not as fortunate to have that experience, you know.
A lot of people are, they might be fortunate, but they're too scared to even find out. You know, and I mean, I used to volunteer at a youth center here in Atlanta called Youth Pride. And, you know, we talked to the kids. It was a safe space for them to go and be with other kids their age who were also gay, you know, whether they were out or they were, some of them were flaming. So it was obvious that they were gay and that they were like that, you know, throughout it, and others weren't. But one of the top things that I would say to anybody who's, especially kids, because you know, if you're not on your own, if you're still in high school, still in school,
yes.
in any type of way,
Leave.
if you depend on your parents to support you, don't come out if you don't feel like it's gonna be safe. Because so many times, you know, the parents are not that understanding, and they'll kick the kids out. You know, even though that's your child, they don't even think about the fact that their kid is out there struggling in the world. Like, how can you do that to your own kid? But they do it. And you know, if you're a kid, you know, or if you're even in college and you still depend on your parents to support you, don't come out if you think it's not going to be safe. Because the reality is, you can be out there and your situation can be much worse than just dealing with all of your gay feelings and all of that internally, and you know, dealing with it within yourself. It can be much worse if you're dealing with that and trying to find a way to stay alive out on the street.
Preaching.
But for me, I struggled a lot with gay feelings and stuff growing up. You know, even in high school, and I battled with that all through high school. I still didn't think that I was gay, and I managed to beat it down within myself up until I got into college, and you know, all those feelings came, and I was dealing with all that, and I suffered like incredible depression actually, and had to talk to people about that because all of it was crashing down on me all at the same time. And it was at that point when I was in college, I had to be like, you know what, this isn't good for me mentally. And at the point in time, I was putting myself through school. So it didn't matter if I told my family, and you know, some people, they're really tied to their family. They're really close like that. They cannot take that rejection. Again, that's your own personal thing. It doesn't matter what my life is, or what Jermaine's life is, or what we say. You know, people should be out and proud. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You make that decision on your own.
You can be in and proud too.
You can be,
you know, you can be just as proud as anybody else out.
Be out and proud in your own safe little way.
In your own safe haven.
But you know, I wasn't dependent on my parents, and I didn't. You know, my mom raised me, and I have two brothers, but I was always independent. I never was really tight, and you know, I didn't really have that really close bond with my family. So honestly, I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. And if you don't like it, oh well. You know, if you don't like
it, change who I am.
You know, at that time I had friends that I viewed as family, and I was really close to some of my friends, even more so than I was with some of my family members. So, you know, it didn't matter if I faced rejection from my family, as long as I had that acceptance from my friends. And so when I came out, the biggest fear that I had was coming out to my friends and they not accepting me, because these were people who I now substituted for my family. So I came out when it was like my senior year, and it's funny because, you know, so many people, and you touched on this a little bit earlier, when you go to say, you know, I got something to tell you, I'm coming out to you, they already know.
No.
They're kind of just waiting.
Or how about when it's the vice versa, when they're like, Nikki, I want to ask you something, but please don't get offended. You be like, child, yes.
I've been waiting for
save
you to
all the
ask
drama. You child, yes.
You know, and it's funny because, like, the way that you see me now, the way that you know me, I've always been this way. I've never been more girly. You know, I've never been anything like that. So it kind of wasn't a surprise when I came out, but I would tell them, you know, I told my friends, and I sat them down one by one, and I said, I have something really big that I want to tell you, and, you know, I hope that you'll be okay with this and everything. They're like, what? And I said, I'm gay. And they're like, is that all? And I was like, I mean,
it's like,
I'm like,
you make it this big thing,
right.
Like, oh, okay, I'm finna tell you.
Because,
and like, they're like, okay.
Like you were saying, you know, when you're about to come out to somebody, imagine the worst scenario possible. And if you can live with that, go ahead and come out.
Yeah.
If the worst scenario possible is you losing all your friends, and if you can say, you know what, then they never really loved me in the first place and I'm better off without them, come out. If you can't deal with all that, you know, rejection, and that's going to be the worst thing in the world for you, stay in. You know, accept it within yourself and love it within yourself. And there's debates that can be made about how much do you really love yourself if you can't come out to people and have them accept you, blah, blah, blah. The point is, if you can't live like that, don't do it.